All right, so good afternoon, guys. Okay, good afternoon. So welcome to our session for perceptual acuity. All right, so before we start, so let me introduce first myself. So my name is Oka Malagueño. Yan lang talaga ang first name ko. Walang labis, walang kulang. Sobrang pinagandaan nila. All right, so I'm currently to be a supply P6 from UPLB. So konting introduction lang about myself. So ano pa ba? I started teaching sa Uplink noong 2010 as a lecturer for college entrance test for science. Then in 2013, Uplink decided to create a review program for NMAT. So syempre for us to be able to create a quality review program, so dapat na-experience namin kahit paano yung kung ano meron sa isang exam ng NMAT, no? And so yun, ano pa ba? Noong 2014, I resigned as a full-time lecturer to pursue other career and at the same time still teach the Uplink as a part-time. So hanggang ngayon, no? I'm a Bicolano, so I'm from Albay. And then, syempre, I stayed sa UPLB sa Los Baños during college. And then after graduation, sa Pasig na ako nagstay. Alright, so yun lang naman, no? Yung konting introduction about myself. Alright, so, alright, so for this afternoon, we are going to talk about perceptual acuity. By the way, before tayo pala mag-start, no? Konting rules lang din, additional rules sa class ko. So please do participate, no? Para alam ko na meron pa akong kausap. Yun kasi yung problem kasi for online is that hindi ko nakikita yung mga mukha nyo. So hindi ko alam if bored na ba kayo or gutom or hindi na nakakasunod sa class. So please do participate. So if I ask you questions like answerable by questions like that are answerable by yes or no, so kindly say yes or no. And if I ask kung ano yung sagot nyo sa ganitong number, so kindly let me know your answer. So if you want to speak, you can raise your hand. I will acknowledge you. Then you unmute, and then you speak, and then you mute back. All right. So kung nahiya naman kayo magsalita, so you can simply send a message to me kung ano yung sagot mo. No? Okay. So yun. Ano pa ba? Now, if ever ma-disconnect ako, don't worry, babalik din ako agad. So pag nawala ako ng internet connection, so usually mga 1 or 2 minutes na ako mawawalan. So usually I switch to mobile data. Now, if ever kayo yung ma-disconnect, unfortunately, hindi titigil yung class natin. But, balik kayo agad, no? Balik kayo agad. Then, if ever may na-miss kayong slides and you want me to go back for you to take a screenshot, pwede naman. Balikan natin for you to take a screenshots. Now, if you want me to discuss that to you, siguro kung mga 1 or 2 slides, pwede, no? Pero kung mga 3 or more slides na yung na-miss mo, what we can do is after our session, I can stay for siguro 15 minutes to discuss your missed slides. Alright, so ano pa ba? So yun lang naman. So please do participate. Alright. If ever may question kayo, just let me know. If you want to speak, raise your hand or you can simply send a message to me. Okay. Now, Sergey, let's start. So, perceptual acuity. So, oftentimes, this part of the exam is being taken for granted by the students for the reason that they believe they can answer this without preparation. Siguro totoo naman, you know? Kahit kayo din, kung bibigay ko itong exam sa inyo, if you will be given unlimited time, kayang-kaya natin itong masagutan ng siguro mataas yung score natin, siguro maximum na siguro mga 2 or 3 mistakes. Now, but the problem is your NMAT is very limited in time, no? So konti lang yung oras, so you need to finish the exam at a given time. So yun yung problema. Kailangan natin ng malapit na time management for your NMAT. So hindi unlimited yung oras. Okay. Kaya, and also, yung weight ng perceptual acuity is just the same as the other subtest. So kung mababa ka dito, it will pull down your overall percentile ranking, which is ayaw natin mangyari, no? Okay, kasi nga, you will be accepted by the med school based on your based on your overall percentile ranking. Okay, so that's why I still believe you need preparation for perceptual. Now, for me, perceptual acuity is more on skill compared sa knowledge. So, siguro mga 20 to 30% na knowledge, tapos mga 70 to 80% na skill. So, kailan ba tayo gumagaling sa isang skill? By practice, di ba? By practice. So habang nagpa-practice ka, you are gaining experience. And while you are gaining experience, tumataas yung skill level natin. O, di ba? Parang pag naglalaro kayo ng mga online games or yung mga RPG role-playing games, di ba meron kang hero or character? Tapos, uh, yung hero mo, habang naglalaro ka, you are gaining experience. Ganon din naman yung hero mo. Your hero is gaining experience. Then as your hero is gaining experience, tumataas yung skill level. And sometimes, hindi lang skill level, nag-gain ng bagong skill. Okay. So, ganun ano. Habang nagpa-practice tayo, tumataas yung skill level natin. Tapos, may mga chance pa na yung intuition natin tumataas din. Okay. So, pag tinignan mo yung problem, meron ka na agad na iisip na possible pattern or possible answer. Okay, kaya it's important yung practice dito. So yung knowledge, sabi nga natin mga 20 to 30%, saan manggagaling yun? So ito yung mga matututunan natin, mga say patterns or mga ways on how to determine the possible answer. Okay, so yun. Alright, now, ano ba yung meron sa NMAT for perceptual acuity? Okay, so these are 30 items containing images or text. Okay, so lahat naman ng subtest for NMAT ay 30 items. And then every item has a given figure or text, and the task is to find the identical figure or text among the choices. So take out, hinahanap yung identical. Now, there are 3 types of questions for NMAT. So the first one is hidden figure. Kayang-kaya nito, no? Okay. So, hindi naman siya ganun kahirap. And then mirror image, easier, a lot easier than hidden figure. And the easiest among the 3 is the identical information. So these are the 3 types of questions. So yung identical information, for me, bonus na siya. So hindi ka pwedeng magkamali sa identical information. Or hindi ka dapat magkamali. Kasi nga, ang dali niya lang. Okay. Now, bakit nga ba kailangan yung NMAT bakit kailangan yung perceptual acuity sa field ng medicine? Okay, ano ba yung mini-measure niya? Sabi dito, what the test measures? Accuracy of perception. So, general visual capability. So, paano daw natin tinitingnan yung mga bagay-bagay? Alright? So, if we were given a figure, how are we going to interpret that? Or how are we going to differentiate the given figure? Or, pag tinignan mo yung pasyente, dapat meron kang mag-observe sa pasyente. Okay? So, general visual capability. No, ability to find specific details in spite of the presence of other details. Now, there are a lot of distractions, di ba? Like, for example, if you will be given a result of X-rays, MRIs, or CT scan, di ba mga puti-puti or itim-tim yon? Now, doon sa mga puti at itim, alin doon yung significant? Meron bang abnormal doon? Meron ba siyang abnormality? Now, no matter how small that detail is, kung you should be able to find that, no? Okay. So, ability to focus and avoid distraction. So, ang dami-dami kasing distraction. Say, for example, if you are a heart surgeon, ano ba yung madalas inooperahan nila ng heart surgeon? Anong part? So, yung madalas yung mga may baradong ugat, yung operation, they call that angioplasty, wherein naglalagay ng tubes sa baradong ugat ng puso para dumaloy yung dugo, no? Okay. So yun. So for example, as a heart surgeon, pag binuksan mo yung puso, makita mo wala palang puso, ano? Char. Hindi, pag binuksan mo yung puso, now, sasalubungin ka ba ng ugat na ooperahan mo? Hindi, di ba? You need to find that despite the presence of other details. Okay, hindi ka pwede magkamali ng ooperahan. Baka pala maayos yung ugat, nagkamali ka, so yun yung inoperahan mo, no? Okay. So yun, aside pala doon, di ba sabi natin, the ability to focus and avoid distraction. So pagka binuksan mo yung puso, hindi ka naman sasalubungin ng ugat. So maghahanapin mo siya, ang dami-dami ding parts noon. Ang daming ugat, ang dami pang ibang parts ng puso. So hindi ka pwedeng magkamali. Now, sabi dito, flexibility of perception. So ability to shift focus between different details. Okay, so say for example, sa ER, no, sa ER. So pagpasok mo, di ba bago ka makapasok mismo sa ER, dadaan ka muna ng triage. So ito yung place wherein they are going to check your temperature, blood pressure, heart rate, oxygen level, at kung ano-ano pa. No? And then, after sa triage, so papasok ka na sa ER, dadaling ka na sa doctor. Okay, so the doctor will receive your data galing sa triage. No? And at the same time, the doctor will observe you. Okay, iba ba yung breathing pattern? Namumutla ba? Okay, may pain ba? Alright, so after that, and also the doctor will ask probing questions. Okay, like kailan mo pa siya na-feel? Ano yung ginawa mo? Meron bang pain level? Meron bang pain? Ano yung level ng pain? Etc. Meron ka na bang ginawang medications? So yun ano. So as a doctor, you will ask probing questions. So ano pa talagang ginagawa mo dito? You are gathering specific details about the patient. Now, after mo doon, kung hindi ka pa sigurado, you refer the patient to laboratory tests. Okay. Now, ano ba yung ratio ng doctor is to patient sa ER? 1:1 ba? Hindi naman, di ba? Hindi siya 1:1. Siguro sa private, siguro mga 1:3 or 1:4. So as a doctor, pag dun sa patient na ina-attendan mo, okay, di ba? Kunwari, nirefer mo na siya for laboratory. So kukuha na siya ng dugo, dadali sa x-ray room, at kung saan-saan pa, no? Now, aantay mo bang bumalik yung result ng laboratory or magmumove ka na sa next patient? O di ba, as a doctor, you will move to the next patient. You will attend the next patient. Okay. Pagkatapos nun, pag dumating na yung, so while attending pala the next patient, you need to refresh your mind. Okay? You need to shift your focus kasi hindi pwedeng maghalo yung information ng two patients. Now, pag dumating na yung result ng laboratory test, so babalik ka na ngayon sa previous patient. So shift uh, you need to shift your focus. Okay. And ganun din, pag nag-rounds ka sa hospital, usually sa ward, di ba magkakapareho yung mga, for example, sa public hospital, yung ward, di ba magkakapareho yung mga sakit nila? Like kunwari, kung nakapunta na ako sa PGH, kunwari ENT, o sa ward ng ENT, lahat yun may problema sa tenga, nose, throat, etc. Okay. So, ang daming pasyente, usually sa public. So, as a doctor, from one patient to another, hindi ka pwedeng magkamali. So, hindi pwedeng mag-mix up yung mga information nila. Baka masabi mo sa patient na bilang na yung araw niya, pero hindi pa naman pala. No? Okay. Or pag nag-set up ka ng clinic, di ba pag nag-set ka ng clinic, may mga darating na patients. So from one patient to another, you need to shift your focus. Hindi pwedeng mag-mix up yung mga information sila. Okay? So yun, that's why sa perceptual acuity talaga, ano ba talagang ginagawa dito? You are going to gather specific details. So you are going to gather specific details. Bakit? Anong gagawin mo sa specific details? Okay. So dito na papasok ngayon si inductive reasoning where you are going to make a conclusion based on the specific details that you gather. So dito mo na sasabihin, ano yung diagnosis mo sa patient? So what will be your treatment plan? Okay? So yun. That's why yung perceptual acuity, this skill is very much important sa field of medicine. So dapat daw meron kang tinatawag nilang, paano yun na? Clinical eye. No? Okay. Alright, so let's start with hidden figure. So ano ang meron sa hidden figure? Okay, sabi dito, ang given is a figure that is often simple, and the choices are complex figures that contain the given figure in its design. Okay. So yun ano, now, sabi dito, note, the correct answer is the answer, or the correct answer is a figure that contains the identical figure. Take note, identical figure. Mhm. Nawala yung ano ko, no? Pen. All right. So it should be identical figure And it should be of the same size. Okay, correct answer may contain the figure in a different rotational orientation. So, pwedeng rotated version siya. Ano ang bawal? Mirror image. So, mirror image is incorrect. Okay. So, say for example, I have this given. Okay, kunwari, this is the given figure. Now, say sa choice A, kunwari sa choice A ay merong ganito. Say, kunwari, etong triangle. Kunwari, that is identical. Ulitin nga natin. Kunwari, etong triangle. So, say this is identical with a given figure. Let's assume that that is identical with a given figure. Dagdagan natin ng distractions. Okay. All right. Kunwari, eto yon. Identical and of the same size. Now, can choice A be a correct answer? Can choice A be a correct answer? Yes or no? The answer is, why no? Dahil mirrored, tama ba? Okay. Ano yung pangalawang rule natin or yung pangatlong rule? Anong sabi doon? Pwede ang different rotational orientation. So, say for example, if I rotate the given figure by 180 degrees, ano na itsura niya? Di ba kamukha na siya ni choice A? O pwede si choice A. Okay, so ito yung instance na yung 180 degrees is identical with the given figure. Okay, nangyayari lang yun pag yung given ay horizontally symmetrical. Pero pag hindi naman nangyayari yun. For example, kunwari ang given mo ay right triangle. Ano yung mirrored niya? Ganito yung mirrored. No? At ano ang 180 degrees? Okay, ganito yung 180 degrees. Alright, so yun yung pinakaiba na. So pag horizontally symmetrical, yung 180 niya is equal to the mirror image. Pero since sa hierarchy ng rules, nauna si different rotational orientation, so pwede yon. No? So pwede si choice G. Ay si choice D. Pwede si choice A. Alright. Sample. Okay, example. Alright, sige. Now let's jump to tip number 1 first. Anong sabi sa tip number 1? Focus on one specific detail that is easy to find or track. Alright. Now let's go back to example number 1. So ano yung specific detail ng given that is easy to find or track? Ano yung specific detail? So for me, it is the angle. It is the angle. No? Anong klaseng angle yon? Tatlo na pagpipilian natin. We have the acute, right, and obtuse. Ano kaya klaseng angle yung given? That is acute. Therefore, lahat ng obtuse and right, pwede na natin eliminate. For example, for choice A, that is obtuse. For choice E, that is right. For choice C, that is also right. So, mali si choice C. And for choice D, this is right, and this is obtuse. So, mali yung mga nasa left. Pero sa right, meron ka pa ditong acute angle, and this one is also acute angle. And for choice E, so this is right angle. So, mali siya. So, ang possible na lang natin si A and D. Now, in terms of size ng angle, which one is a better angle? Sa upper left ni A, lower left ni A, and upper right ni D, and lower right ni D. So the answer here is letter D. Eto, no? In terms of size. That's why choice D is the answer. Diba? Ang dali lang pala. Char. So usually sa mga exams naman talaga, sa mga standardized exam, Usually the first few questions are the easiest ones. Okay, next. Example number 2. So example number 2 ay madali lang. For the reason that the given are three lines that forms like a letter K. Then sa choices, yung mga distraction, though ang dami-daming distraction. So if you look at it, parang medyo complicated siya. Now, though ang daming distractions, pero yung distractions niya ay very much different than the given figure. For example, you have your triangle, square, rectangle, circle, star. Okay. So yun yung problema, no? Okay, pero still madali lang din si example number 2. Kasi nga yung given ay very much different uh than the distractions. Ano yung sagot niyo dito? It is letter. Okay, very good. It is letter D, no? Eto siya. So the answer is letter D. All right. Next. Tip number 1. Focus on one specific detail that is easy to find or track. Okay, yun yung ginawa natin kanina sa example number 1. We focus first on the angle. Then based on the angle, we were able to eliminate B, C, and E. O di ba? Ang dami na agad nun. Okay. Now let's go back to tip number 1. So saan tayo sa given? Saan tayo magpo-focus? Actually, pwede na tong spiral, ano? Pero aside from that, dagdagan mo na ng pataas. So asan siya kay choice A? Dito, ito yung identical with choice A. This one is identical with choice B. Okay. And choice C, I don't see any figure kay choice C that is identical with the given figure. And for choice D, this one looks identical with the given. And for choice E, this also looks identical with the given figure. Okay. So C, wala tayong nakita, no? Now, sino yung pwede nang i-eliminate sa mga choices? We can start with A. Yeah, so this part is longer than the given. And then choice B. Bakit B? So this one is wider than the given. Okay. Okay, D and E. Which one is the wrong answer? E is the wrong answer. Bakit? Saan manggagaling yon? So say for example, etong given. Let's go back to the given. Eto yung line and the space above that line. Masyadong malapit yung line, ano? Okay, so ibig sabihin, hindi equal yung length ng line and also the space above that line. Now, for choice D, let's erase choice D. No? And ganun din si choice E. Check natin to. Pag chinek down natin yon yung line and the space above that line, okay. And si choice E, etong dalawang line na to. For example, kay choice E, if you remove the upper lines, di ba magiging ano sila? Blank. So if you remove them, pareho na ba siya ng given? Si choice E? Hindi. Bakit hindi? Kasi nga equal yung length nila. Di ba sa given, yung line is longer than the space above that line. So mali si choice E. And the answer is letter D. Okay, so the answer is letter D. Okay, next, number 2. Number 2. Guys, excuse lang muna ha. Give me mga 3 minutes. Saglit lang. Mag-restroom lang ako dito. Saglit lang. Excuse lang po. Okay, guys. Sorry. Ang dami ko kasing nainom na tubig kanina. Alright, so screenshot ng previous slide. Sige, go ahead lang. Sige. Uh, take a screenshot po. So the answer here is letter D. Okay na po? Alright, now let's go to the tip number 2. Ano sabi ng tip number 2? Measure parts of the figure and compare the measurement to the corresponding part in the choices. Okay. For tip number 2, okay, so nung nag-take ako ng NMAT, nakita ko yung mga ano, no, yung mga tawag ito, yung nakita ko yung mga kasabayan ko mag-exam. What they did is they used the tip of their pencil. Okay, hanap nga ako ng pencil dito. Wait lang ha. Ah, kunwari, this is the tip of the pencil. No, so they use the tip of the pencil. So nilagay nila yon sa given. So dinikit nila sa given, then they measure it with their, they mark it with their fingernail kung gaano kahaba yung isang part ng given. Then sa kanila nilagay sa choices na hindi pa nila na-eliminate. Okay? So yun, talagang tumitingin ako sa mga katabi. Hindi, nag-observe lang din naman ako. Okay. So ang advantage nito is that uh, they can measure the figure easily. So they can measure it fast. But the problem is, ang disadvantage naman is that if ever mag-slide yung fingernails nyo, malaking change yun sa size since maliliit lang naman yung mga figures, no? Okay. So what I did is I used a scratch paper. So kunwari, eto yung scratch paper ko. No? Kunwari, eto yung scratch paper ko. Eh di ba, yung scratch paper is straight yung edge. So dinikit ko siya sa given, then I mark it with my pencil kung gaano kahaba. Then saka ko siya dinikit sa choices na hindi ko pa na-eliminate. So yun, now, paano naman kayo? Online, wala naman kayong pencil, wala kayong scratch paper. So ano yung pwede nyo gawin? So you can use your whiteboard marker. So pwede mo idikit yung whiteboard marker sa given and then mark it with your fingernail kung gaano kahaba, saka mo ididikit sa mga choices, no? Or you can use your eraser. Eraser ba ako dito? Kunwari, ito yung eraser natin, no? Di ba, the usual eraser is flat yung back, straight yung edge. So yun, you can use this as an improvised ruler. Okay, so idikit mo siya sa given. Alright, idikit mo sa given. Then, mark it with your marker kung gaano kahaba. Then, saka mo idikit sa choices. Now, guys, before you do that, I suggest for you to eliminate choices that are obviously wrong. Kasi it's very time consuming if you are going to measure all of the choices. Okay. So, okay. So first, find the identical figure muna. So for choice A, this one is identical with a given. For choice A, this is identical with the given. For choice B, this one is identical with the given. For choice C, ito yung identical niya. And for choice D is this one. For choice E, ito. Next, let's eliminate the obvious wrong choices. Okay. So yung given, anong klaseng mga triangles yung mga nasa given? O di ba meron siyang two triangles. Anong klaseng triangles yun? O it looks like ano yun? Equilateral triangle. So pag sinabi natin equilateral, ano yun? Equal yung length ng sides. Now, kung nakikita mo naman siyang hindi equilateral, siguro isa siyang isosceles. Now, di ba ang isosceles, yung two sides are equal, the third is not. So, pero kung titingnan natin yung given, if that is isosceles, yung size ng third line ay close dun sa size ng two other lines. So, kunwari, ito yung isosceles, tapos yung ika-third line, malapit na yung size niya dun sa, or yung length niya dun sa two other sides. Okay. So, sino yung mga pwedeng i-eliminate sa mga choices? Oh, sino? O, si choice B, di ba? O, eto ay pahaba. Parang paganyan, no? That's why choice B is wrong. O, sino pa? Si choice E. Yes, so this is smaller than the given. O, sino pa? Si choice A, di ba? Si choice A, eto ay pahaba din. Parang ganito. Parang ganyan. Medyo exage lang. Ayun, parang ganyan. So choice A is wrong. So that leaves us with C and D. Which one is the better answer? If you measure it down using a tip of a pen, sino yung pwede? So that is for choice C. So that is for choice C. And that is for choice D. Which one is a better answer? It is choice C. Okay, it is choice C, hindi choice D. Alright? So, yon. Dapat nakikita daw natin yung mga mali na yan. As a doctor, meron ka daw dapat na tinatawag na clinical eye, no? Clinical eye. Okay. Next. Example number 3. By the way, kung napapansin nyo, lagi tayo nag-elimination. Okay, guys. So, very helpful ang elimination method in answering problems, lalo na pag may mga figures. Okay? Kasi mahirap hanapin yung tama. No? So, what we do is we find the wrong answers. Kasi, ganito, no? Mas madaling hanapin yung tama. Kasi as a humans, no? Mas, ano yun? As a human, mas madalas daw nating makita yung mali kaysa sa tama. For example, pag tinitingnan natin yung isang tao, mas madalas nating nakikita yung maling ginagawa niya compared sa tama. Okay? And also, like, pagka naalala natin, mas naaalala natin yung mga maling ginawa compared sa tama. No? Okay. So, kaya nga, mas madalas daw kasi natin makita yung mali. So, mas madalas natin mahanap yung mali kaysa sa tama. Kaya nga, mas madalas daw tayo napupunta sa maling tao, no? Char. Okay. Pero kidding aside, okay, so let's use that as our advantage in taking the exam. Okay. So, hanapin natin yung mali. Di ba mas madaling hanapin yung mali? Yung totoo. Kaya, nakapagod na makahanap ng mali, ano? Char. Okay. Sige. So, so dito sa mga choices, how are we going to evaluate this? Okay, so first, check natin yung mga choices. No? Ano ang meron sa choices? So meron tayong mga circles, ovals na nasa loob ng hexagon. Now, yung given, etong line na to, ano yung pwede nating maging observation dyan sa line? Saan siya sa choices? Saan mo siya makikita? Makikita mo siya sa edge ng mga hexagons, di ba? You can find that at the edge of the hexagons. Tapos meron ka ditong parang oval na putol. Sorry. Meron kang oval na putol. Okay. So, asan siya sa choices? Okay. For choice E, ito yung identical with the given. No? So, this is identical with the given. Sobra naman. Okay. Meron pa bang iba that is identical with the given? If I rotate this by 180 degrees, if I rotate that by 180 degrees, uh, anong itsura niya? Parang pa ganito, no? Okay. So, asan siya sa choices? Asan yung identical niya? So, si choice B, this is identical with the given. Oops, ang hirap mag-trace, no? Si choice C, so this is identical with the given. Take note ha, identical muna hinahanap natin. And for choice D, this is also identical with the given. And for choice E, this is also identical with the given. Si choice A, bakit hindi ko trinay si choice A? Uh, that is, this one is mirror of the given figure. Eh, sabi natin, bawal ang mirror dito. Okay. So, sino yung mga pwedeng ma-eliminate sa choices? Oh, si choice C, sobrang lapit nito. Okay, that's why choice C is wrong. Sino pa? Oh, si choice D, yung base ni choice D, malayo sila, no? Okay, and si choice E, yung height nila ay almost equal. O, di ba? Konti lang yung pinagkaiba nila. That's why choice E is wrong. And the answer here is choice B. Okay, so that is identical with the given. Okay, next. Question, guys. Question? Wala. All right, now, okay, example number 4. All right, so for example number 4, I'll give you 1 minute and 20 seconds to evaluate this and let me know your answer. Your 1 minute and 20 seconds starts now. All right, so may sumagot na ni letter C. Ang bilis Nakaka 20 seconds pa lang. Other answers? O may A. Okay. So A and C. O yun lang, wala nang mag-B, D, E. O, 50 seconds. So meron na lang na 30 seconds. May sumagot na ng D. Pero majority ay letter C, ano? Okay. Okay. Plus 5 seconds. Wala talagang sasagot ng choice A. Sige. Now, etong, let's answer this. Now, saan yung text? Okay, tawagin natin siyang labeling. Alright? So, mas madali daw nating ma-evaluate yung isang bagay if we put a label to it. No? May nalaglag na. Okay. Okay, so mas madali daw, uh, ano yan, mas madaling ma-evaluate yung isang figure if we associate it with an actual object. So kaya tawagin natin siyang labeling. Kunwari, meron kang house. Okay, so wag daw kayong papayag na walang label, no? Char. Okay, so sa house meron tayong roof. Okay, and then we have a garage. And then sa garage we have, say, a living room. Okay. Tapos, say this is the roof. Say this is the garage. And this is the living room. No? Okay. May sumagot ng A. Eto ba siya for choice A? Eto ba siya for choice A? Question, can choice A be a correct answer? Yes or no? The answer is no. Why? Kasi yung living room niya ay mataas. Naka-high ceiling yung living room niya. Now, actually si choice A, kamukha siya ni choice E. Eto si choice E. So, ang problem din kay choice E ay mataas din yung living room, naka-high ceiling. So, choice A is wrong. May sumagot ng choice B. Eto ba siya kay choice B? Pwede ba si choice B? The answer is no. Why no? yung living room natin is too wide. Okay, it's wider than the given. So choice B is wrong. Oh, majority of you answered choice C, mga 90% siguro, no? Okay. Eto ba yon kay choice C? Pwede ba si choice C? Why no? O why yes? O bakit no? Kasi, yes, mahaba siya papunta sa likod. That's why choice C is wrong. Okay, so if you already eliminated A, B, C, and E, even if you did not evaluate choice D, that should be your answer. Okay, that should be your answer. All right. Okay, next. Question. Asan siya kay choice D? Okay. O, eto siya ngayon kay choice D. That's why the answer is letter D. Okay, so expect nyo sa NMAT, may mga ganitong klase ng questions that the given figure is really hidden under the distractions. So, may mga may encounter kayong ganito, no? Okay. O, question? Wala? Alright, next. Siyempre, hindi naman lahat ng questions or ng items ay difficult. Meron din naman na madali. Example, ito sa example number 5. Dapat in 20 seconds or less, you should be able to answer this. Meron na ba tayong sagot? Anong letter? Madali lang, di ba? Yes, it is letter. Okay, very good. It is letter B. Okay, it is letter B. So the answer is letter B. Okay, question sa hidden figure. Kung may tendency na mag-repeat ng figures at instructions for NMAT, parang yung next question is similar sa previous question, parang ganon. Or say sa 10 items for hidden figure, sinasabi mo ba na parang two questions doon ay halos similar or pareho? Tama ba? Ganun ba yung inuulit sa mga NMAT exams. There is a possibility. There is a possibility, especially ngayong online. Pero for you to encounter that figure again, masyadong maliit yung chance. Okay, for the reason that they have a bank of questions. Okay? So ang dami nilang mga questions. Though, pag nag-take ka ng online NMAT, you will get questions randomly. Okay. Pero, halimbawa, yung question number 1. Okay. Kunwari, merong say 1,000 questions for question number 1. So, pag nag-take ka ng exam, pag nag-start ng exam, yung number 1 mo ay magagaling dun sa 1,000 questions for number 1. So pag umulit pag umulit ka ng ENMA tapos there is a there's a tiny chance that you will encounter the same question or the same figure. Okay? Next. Wala na tanong about figure series. I'm sorry, about the hidden figures. Okay, take note for hidden figures, saan tayo mag-start? Specific detail ng given that you can easily find or track among the choices. And then, pag nakita mo yon, madali mo nang ma-eliminate yung mga choices. No? Okay. Wala rin tanong. Let's go to mirror image. Ano ang meron sa mirror image? Okay. Sabi dito, ang given is a figure that can be simple or complex. And the figure similar to the given, ang choice pala, similar to the given, but with few parts different. Okay, take note. The correct answer is a figure that contains the identical figure, but flipped horizontally. O, bawal ang mirror image. Okay? So, una, it should be identical. Okay? And it should be flipped horizontally. And bawal ang mirror image. Alright, so the figure should be of the same size. So, pareho din ang size. So, choices that are not flipped or not mirrored are incorrect. Okay, sorry. Next. So, let's have an example. Example number 1. So, bago tayo pumunta sa example number 1, now let's jump to tip number 1 first. Ano ang sinasabi ng tip number 1? Focus on one detail that is easy to compare and eliminate choices. O, balik tayo dito. Example number 1. Ano yung detail ng given that you can easily compare that to the choices and eliminate some of them? Ano yung specific detail ng given? Oh, for me, it is the vertical line. Diba? It is the vertical line. Yes, yung linya sa gitna. Sorry. Nawawala yung ano ko. Cursor. Okay, so it is the vertical line sa middle. Oh, based on that vertical line, sino ang pwede nating eliminate sa choices? Oh, you can start with choice B. Okay. So that is, for choice B, dapat hanggang middle lang siya, hindi siya aabot ng edge. O sino pa? O si choice C, meron tayong broken line. And for choice D, anong wala yung line sa taas? Okay. O now, ang natira na lang natin si A and E. O ano pinagkaiba nila? The answer is letter A. Okay, mali na si choice D. No? Asan na yung cursor? Okay, all right. So the answer is letter A. Very good. So mali si B, C, D. Okay, next. Sabi example number 2. Now let's jump to tip number 2 first. Now, ano sinasabi ng tip number 2? Divide the figure into regions that you can focus on. Okay, so divide mo tayo sa region that you can focus on. Now let's go to example number 2. There are some students na pag nagde-divide this sila, what they do is they use stripes. Okay. Parang ganyan, no? Horizontal or vertical stripes. Okay. Now, so what I usually do is I divide them into quadrants. Halimbawa, pangit ulit ng drawing ko. Halimbawa, okay. Ayun, meron na tayong maayos na vertical. So this, sa choice B, so this is, ano yun? Yun yung line natin. So we divide it into quadrants, quadrants, and quadrants. Okay. So based on the, eto pa pala si choice A, ano, nakalimutan ko. Okay, so sino yung mga mali ngayon? Choice B is wrong. Anong quadrant? Sorry, lagyan ko pala ito ng quadrant. Is quadrant number 1, 2, 3, and 4. Okay. Pag flip natin siya, eto na ngayon si quadrant 1, eto na si 2, 3, and 4. Okay. Saan ang galing tong mga 1, 2, and 3? Quadrant 1, 2, and 3. Nanggaling siya sa Cartesian coordinate, di ba? From 0 to 90, that's quadrant 1. From 91 to 180, that's quadrant 2. Okay. Dito, ano yung mga mali? Sabi niyo, choice B. Bakit mali si choice B? Bakit mali si choice B? It is the, oh yes, naging rectangle. So this is quadrant 3. Mhm. Oh, ano pa? Sabi nyo si choice D, oh, ano mali kay D? O si E, ano mali kay E? Oh yes, it is the, etong part na to. Okay, so this is quadrant 4. Quadrant 4 is also wrong. Okay, next, sino pa? Yung A po mali yung quadrant 2. Oh yes, for choice A, mali itong quadrant 2. That is smaller than the given figure. Okay. Oh, next, sino pa ang mali? Okay. For choice A, mali daw yung quadrant 1. Choice C. Okay. For choice C. Oh, etong circle, nag-move siya towards the center. Okay. So uh, therefore, the answer is letter D. Okay. The answer is letter D. Anong napansin nyo sa ano? Ano yung napansin nyo sa mga mali ng bawat choices? Oh, sa quadrant, ano yung mali? O nagbago? Oo, nagbago, nag-move, o nag-shrink din yung size. O aside from that, okay. Yes, no? Unique sa kanila mo. For example, for choice A, you found out that the wrong part is choice number 2. O, pagdating kay choice B, you disregard number 2. O mag-start ka sa number 3 papunta sa number 6. Okay? Now, pagdating sa letter C, so since you already found an answer sa quadrant 2 and quadrant 3, so pagdating sa number 3, you uh, check it sa ibang quadrant. Okay, so it's either you check it with quadrant 1 or quadrant 4. O, for choice C, you found out na ang mali si quadrant 1. Therefore, pagdating kay choice D or E, you check it with quadrant number 4. Okay? So, yon. So, ibig sabihin, for example, meron ka na kay 2, sa choice A, meron ka kay 2, ay kay quadrant 2. Sa choice B, meron ka kay quadrant E. Sa choice C, meron ka kay quadrant 1. Therefore, pagdating kay D and E, you compare them with quadrant 2. Sorry, not 2, quadrant 4. Okay? Para ma-check natin kung sino yung mali. So, dito, the answer is letter D. Okay, the answer is letter D. Next, tip number 1 pala. Focus on one detail that's easy to find or track. So, kung mapapansin nyo, etong choices ay pang hidden. Actually, pati si given. Hindi to pang mirror. So, this is for hidden figures. Okay. So, take a screenshot. Take a screenshot. Bakit nga ba ako pinapa-screenshot? Sige, I'll give you 1 minute and 10 seconds to evaluate this and let me know your answer. And your 1 minute starts now. Thirty seconds. Asa na mga sagot nyo? Merong A, C, A. Okay, tingnan natin. O, 1 minute na. O, A, C, A, B. Dami, no? O, tingnan natin. Sige. Let's evaluate this. Ano, wala pala yung video ko. Okay, so sabi natin, ano ang tip number 1 sa hidden figure? Focus on one specific detail that you can easily find or track among the choices. So, dito sa given, anong part nito ang madali nating makikita sa mga choices? So, for me, it is the box or the incomplete rectangle. O, tawagin natin siyang box. O, next, so pag nakakita ka ng box, dapat meron siyang katabing site. Okay? O, for choice A, eto, meron tayong box. Meron ba siyang katabing site? Yes. Pwede ba si choice A nasa upper left ni A? Can that be an answer? The answer is no. Bakit? That is mirrored of the given. That is mirrored of the given. So, hindi siya pwede. Very good. Oh, sino pa? Eto pa, meron pang isang box si A. Yun nga lang hindi close yung kanyang site. So, mali ka agad. Ganon din ito, yung nasa lower right. This is also a box. Yun nga lang hindi rin close yung site. So, mali. Meron pa bang ibang box for A? Wala na. So, we eliminate choice A. Choice B. Eto yung box ni B. Wala siyang katabing site. Wala siyang katabing site. Mhm. Eto pa yung isang box ni B, wala rin siyang katabing site. Meron pa bang ibang box si choice B? Wala na. So you eliminate choice B. For choice D, okay. Eto yung box. Yun nga lang hindi rin close yung site. So mali siya. And eto rin yung isa pang box at hindi rin close yung kanyang site. So mali din to. Meron pa bang ibang box for choice C? Ako wala na akong nakita. So we eliminate choice C. Next, choice D. Eto yung box ni choice D at eto yung uh, ano yan, yung site, no? Hindi pwede yon kasi nga hindi siya or hindi close yung site. Eto hindi rin to pwede kasi walang katabing box. I'm sorry, walang katabing site. Eto rin, hindi rin to pwede kasi walang katabing site. So we eliminate that. Meron pa ba for choice D? Wala na, no? So ibig sabihin mali din si choice D. Kung mali na si A, B, C, D, therefore your answer should be choice E. Asan siya kay choice E? Okay. Eto siya, no? Eto yung box and then eto yung kanyang extension. Alright, that's why the answer is letter E. Okay. Sige, take a screenshot if you want. Naghahanap ako ng ng antacid. Wait lang guys, ha? Okay, so nakakuha na ako ng antacid. Ang hapdi sa sa Sigmura. Meron na ba dito mga nagkaka-hyperacidity? Mm, as you grow older din kasi, as you grow older, mas nagiging acidic yung stomach natin. Mas tumataas yung acidity niya, no? Compared sa nung bata pa tayo. Okay. All right, so question dito, wala. So the answer here is letter E. Now, let's go to tip number 2. Ano sabi? Tip number 2, divide the figures into regions that you can focus on. So that's what we did dun sa example number 2. We divided it into regions. O, gawin ulit natin dito sa tip number 2. Okay? Okay, so we divide it into regions. Okay, so this region 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. So pag minirror natin, so ito na si quadrant 1, this is si 2, 3, 4. O asan yung mga mali sa choices? O, ano yung mga mali sa choices at anong quadrant? O, kailangan ko yung participation nyo. O, si choice B, quadrant 4. O, actually, si choice B, o tama, yung 4 and 3. Kasi nga, sorry, ito pala yung 4. 4 and 3. Kasi nga, hindi nag-mirror yung bottom part. Okay? Mali po si A, quadrant 1. Tama ba? O, parang hindi. Si E, quadrant 1. O, eto. Kay choice E daw is quadrant 1. Eto. So, this is wrong. Okay, sino pa? C, mali yung quadrant 4. Si quadrant 4 ba? O, eto, si quadrant, oops, si quadrant 3. Bakit? O, ganito dapat siya, no? Oh, that's why choice C is wrong. So this is quadrant 3. And sino? Si choice D. Okay, si choice D, quadrant 2. Yes, etong part na to, no? So that is smaller. Okay, that's why the answer is choice A. Okay. O, kung mapapansin nyo, iba-iba din yung locations nila ng mali. Okay. Tandaan ha, madalas, pero hindi sa lahat ng oras. Okay, next. Use an object with a straight edge to cover the figures and slowly move the cover to slowly reveal details little by little. So gagamit ka daw ng cover method. O sa online and math, ano ang cover? Pwede natin ipang cover. You can use your eraser. O di ba? Takpan mo sila tapos unti-unti mong ilalabas para ma-compare mo sila. O, say for example dito. Annotate. And this one. O, say lagyan natin ng tawag ito ng cover. Sige. O, una, if you check etong mga parts na to, this is 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 1. Anong sabi ng given? 1, 2. So mali na si choice D and E. Okay, next. Ito ay 4 broken lines, pare-pareho. Eto na iba. Si choice A, ito ay sorry. Si choice A ay eto, 2 broken lines. Si choice B, 1, 2, 3. And si choice C, 1, 2. Ano sabi ng given? 1, 2, 3. So choice A is wrong and choice C is wrong. That's why the answer here is letter B. Okay, so mali na si A, C, and D, and E. Okay? Okay. Now, before you use cover method, ask your proctor first if they will allow you. Pero pag nag-practice tayo guys, sana pag nag-practice kayo for inductive and perceptual, gamitin natin yung mata lang natin. Okay, ayokong masanay kayo sa mga techniques natin, pero pagdating ng exam, hindi kayo papayagan ng proctor. So I suggest, alamin mo lang kung paano gamitin yung mga techniques, and then mag-focus ka pa rin sa using your eyes in answering the problem. Okay, next. Example number 3. Anong gagawin nga natin pagka meron ganito? We divide it into regions. So this is 1, 2, 3, 4. For number 4, ito yung regions niya, 3. Okay. We see D, E. Sorry. Okay. Sino yung mga mali? Quadrant 2 daw. Quadrant 2. Si choice A. Bakit mali si choice A? Ano yung mali kay choice A? Quadrant 1. Very good. It is quadrant 1. No? Sino pa? AB ba? Quadrant 1? Okay, choice A. Quadrant. B, quadrant 3. Eto daw. Okay. Kasi nga yung screw, naka-diagonal siya ng ganon. Therefore, for choice B, naka-diagonal siya. Pero iba yung direction. Okay. That's why choice B is correct. Meron pa ba? B. Si choice C. Ano mali kay choice C? Etong part na to, no? Umusad siya. Okay. That's why choice C is wrong. For choice D, meron bang mali? Or for choice E? Quadrant 1. For choice E, quadrant 1. Quadrant 1 ba? It is quadrant 2, di ba? Meron tayong screw na may vertical na hati. So pagdating dito, dapat vertical pa rin yung hati niya. Okay, that's why choice E is wrong. And the only possible answer is choice D. So even if you did not compute for choice D, that should be your answer. Okay, now, pero kung OC ka, di ba mali din si choice D? Okay lang kung napabaliktad natin sa ngayon as long as masanay na tayo na kailangan natin siyang i-reverse sa choices. Di ba kung OC kayo, dapat mali din si choice B and choice C? Bakit? Paano siya naging mali? Kung papansinin niyo etong part na to ng quadrant 2, quadrant 1, nakalabas siya. Ganun din naman etong ibaba, no? Okay, that's why the answer here is letter. By the way, so sabi ko nga, si choice D, hindi rin ganun kapareho na given. So, anong pwede mong gawin dito? Yung ibang choices, yung mali nila are obviously wrong. Obviously wrong yung mali nila. So, si choice D, hindi gaano. So, if you are going to pick a possible answer here, so the best answer is choice D. So, the best answer is choice D. Pagka meron sa choices na none of the above or none of the choices. Bakit mali si letter E? Etong quadrant 2. This one. Yung screw, dapat vertical din siya, hindi siya horizontal. So, that is quadrant 2. Okay. Sorry, ito pala ay nasa unang quadrant. Tama. Ang mali sa choice A pala is quadrant 2. Choice A is quadrant 2. Choice E is also quadrant 2. Ano pang naging observation nyo dito? Magkakaiba yung magkakaiba ba? Naulit yung quadrant 2, naulit yung quadrant 3. Okay. Kaya nga sinasabi ko that madalas magkakaiba, pero hindi sa lahat ng oras. Alright, so the answer here is letter D. Okay, the answer is letter D. Okay na po kung bakit mali si choice E. Next, number 4. Madali lang si number 4. O meron kang umbrella na may mga designs. So sino daw hindi nagmatch ng maayos? O si choice A, meron siyang longganisa. Okay, si choice B, ano mali kay choice B? Hindi nag-mirror etong part na to. And si choice C, o si choice D, ano mali kay choice D? O, naiba yung hindi nagbago yung rotation ng triangle and also yung shades, no? Nag-iba din. Okay, on next. Si Choice D, okay, Choice D, yung mga ink niya hindi reliable. That's why the answer is letter C, no? The answer is letter C. Okay, next, number 5. O, unang tingin kay number 5, you should be able to eliminate 2 or 3 of the choices. O, sa unang tingin, sino yung mga mali? O, A, B, yes, hindi sila nag-mirror yung top part. O, for choice C. O, ano mali pa yung choice C? O, eto, na part, diba? Kung nag-mirror siya, dapat yung diagonal niya ay ibang direction. Alright? O, next. O, kung sabi nga natin, kung dalawa na lang yung natitira, evaluate them. Okay, so for choice D and E, ano ba malaking pinagkaiba nila? For choice D ay etong baba na to, and for choice E, ganun din. Okay, alin daw sa choices ang madaling ano tawag nito? O, sino yung better answer? Is it D or E? It is D. Very good. It is choice D. Okay. O, question? Question? Walang tanong? Okay, so kung wala, let's move to the next part. Identical information. So again, ito yung pinakamadaling part ng NMAT. So guys, wala dapat magkakamali sa identical information. Okay, so ano sinasabi ng identical information? Identical information gives you textual information. Text similar to the given with some characters changed. Okay, note, the correct answer is the text that is identical to the given and all characters including punctuation marks must be official. Okay. So yung punctuation marks din daw must be official. And all words must follow the same format. Follow the regions format as given. So like abbreviations, concatenations, etc. So ano yung mga madalas pinapalitan dito? O una, punctuation marks. Yung period nagiging comma or vice versa. The apostrophe and quotation or vice versa. The colon, semicolon. Okay, so yun yung mga madalas, no? O ano pa ba? Capitalization, o binabago din. Spelling. Yes, yung spelling. Paminsan, yung mga double letters, for example, double R, double L, double M, double N, ginagawang single lang. And paminsan, ano yun? O paminsan, binabago naman. Single L, S, or R, or kung ano pa man, ginagawang double. Okay? O ano pang pinapalitan dito? Spelling, spelling, no? Usually, sa spelling, yun na nga, yung double, at isa pa, no? Yung mga talagang misspelled words. Paminsan kasi, tayo daw kasi, fully developed na yung brains natin. Tama ba? Fully developed na yung brain natin. Na parang pag tiningnan mo yung isang problem, or sorry, pag binasa mo yung isang word, kahit siya ay misspelled, bababasa mo rin siya as correct. Mas maiintindihan pa rin ng utak natin. So parang ino-auto-correct siya ng isip natin. So dito daw, do not read the characters, but read do not read the word, but read the characters. Okay, para hindi ka daw malito, no? Okay, baka magkamali ka ng 1 point. Sayang ng 1 point. Alright. So let's have an example for identical information. Okay, eto madali lang. Oh, sabihin niyo sa akin kung ano yung anong letter yung mali at bakit siya yung mali. O si D, bakit mali si choice D? E, mali yung year. Yes, it should be 1974 instead of 1994. A, William. Okay, dapat yung plural daw na Williams. Ano pa? JB. Okay, it should be, sorry. Okay, saan na ako? B for mali yung punctuation mark nung Baltimore. Okay, choice B, ano? Mali yung punctuation mark ng Baltimore. Okay. Dapat kasi siya ay colon. Anong pinakaiba ni C and D? It is the JB. That's why the answer is letter or the answer is letter D. Okay. Next, example number 2. Example number 2. Anong mga mali for example number 2? Anong mga mali for example number 2? Simulan ko. A dahil carbon. It is the forms carbon and dioxide. Okay. Asa na ako? Sorry, sorry, mali. Mali yung binilugang ko tuloy. Ano mali kay choice A? It is the, oops, pen. Nagkabalik sad yung dioxide and carbon. I'm sorry, in dissolved. Ano pa? Acid, no comma after acid for choice B. Sino pa? Ano ba yung mga sagot nyo? D form. Okay. It should be singular na forms. And E dissolves. It should be past tense na dissolved. So why the answer is letter B. Okay. Next. Example number 3. Tip pala. Tip muna. Okay. Tip number 1. Compare the last letters of each line in the choices for differences in characters or length. Maglagay daw tayo ng line. Paminsan naman, hindi naman necessary na line. Kung ano yung straight na nasa bahay nyo, okay, yun ang gamitin nyo, no? For example, pag inurong ko to dito, ba't nawawala yung ano ko? Wait lang ha, at nawawala yung pangapansulat ko. Ayun, okay na. Si source, ba't nawawala yung linya ko? Wait lang ha, at maglagay tayo ng linya. Hindi pwedeng wala. Ayun, okay na. Pag tinignan natin yung mga source, pantay-pantay naman sila, no? Okay, check natin yung S. Yung IS sa choice E, Sa first line, umabot na. The rest hindi pa. Bakit? O sabi nyo si S sa products, nadagdagan. O next, si A, hindi rin ba nadagdagan si A? O yung S niya umabot na. The rest ay hindi. Okay, that's why choice A is wrong. Okay, next. Choice B. Product of glycolysis pyruvic acid, an important source of energy in biology cells. Ano yung mali? Sino pa ang mga mali dito? B, C, and D na lang. CI, pyruvic. I see. It should be pyruvic. Okay. Sino pa? B, salitang aerobic. Okay. Okay, aerobic. It should AIBO. That's why the answer is letter E. Okay, next. Tip number 2. Ayaw nang gumalaw. Okay. Okay, tip number 2. Okay. Sino yung mga mali dito? Ano sabi dito? Cover the choices with a straight edge and slowly move the cover to the right to reveal a few characters at a time. So gagawa daw tayo ngayon ng rectangle. Say for example, ito yung rectangle ko. Okay. Saan yung ano ko? Annotation. Pwede siguro to. From right to left, yung heredity, sino ang hindi umabot? Si choice B. Okay. Bakit mali tuloy yung binulugan ko? Heredity, ang hindi umabot ay si choice. Wait lang ha. Si choice C. Si choice C nga, hindi umabot yung heredity dahil walang E kay Clark. Si choice E dahil PR. It should be RP. Sino pa? Si choice. Tingnan natin yung mga dulo. Hall. Sino yung naiba? Si choice D kasi nga siya ay Hale. Okay. Inglewood. Eto. New York tsaka New Jersey. Ano ba dapat? New Jersey. So mali si New York. Okay. The answer is letter B. Okay. Next. Tip number 3. Bakit ano? Nag-stuck ang... Okay. Next, example number 3. Anong meron dito? Ano yung mga mali? Check natin yung dulo ng camera natin. No? Check natin yung dulo ng camera. Sabi mo Helibacteria. Okay. Si choice D. Sige, pagbigyan. Choice D, Helibacteria. It should be only Helibacter. Anti-reflux, A dot. Okay. Nauna na siya sa ibang letters. So humaba si choice A for anti-reflux. E may punctuation na yon. Alin dito kay E? Climate C, prolisic? Okay. It should be prolisic, not prilosic. Okay. May comma sa E, kaya mali. Sino mali sa choice C? Yes, okay. Si choice E, yung comma after 4 milligram. Tama ba? Salita nga. Yun. Oops. Okay. Asa na ako? Ang hirap, bakit ganito siya? Clear slides, tapos pen. Pen. Okay, tapos sino nga ulit yung mga mali dito? Nawala na ako. Oops. Yung linya daw natin, pantay-pantay ba yung pantay-pantay naman. Nawawala ako. E daw neuro. Tingnan natin yung neuro. For neural, pantay-pantay sila. Maliban kay choice E, hindi umabot because nabawasan ng choice L. Sino pa? Si choice A, hindi rin umabot si choice A. Bakit? Yung S sa reactions, nawala. B, psychophysiological. Psychophysiological. So, mali si choice B because of that. Sino pa? Mhm. Yes, si letter C, tsaka si D. AWA, tsaka AMA. So, the answer is AWA. Okay. Next, example number 5. Again, let's check the last letters, no? Kung titingnan nyo na maigi, merong isang hindi umabot. Si letter A, Ashton, catalog. Bakit mali yung catalog? It should be written in the same U. Okay, next. Also, si B, C, D na lang. Okay, meron na bang mali? Si Onus daw. B, Ashton Villa. Okay, very good. C, si Onus. Onus. Kasi nga, Oxus lahat. Okay, sino pa? Meron akong Onus. Kung mapapansin nyo, yung wheel ko din, for number 4, 4 na line, hindi rin siya pantay. Mhm. Umabot na si Ashtonville ng choice E, si D hindi pa. Bakit? Ano problema kay D? Okay, books, kulang ng S. Di ba? And the answer is letter E. Di ba? Ang dali lang pagka planado mo na siya. And again sa exam, oh, pag nag-practice tayo, hindi natin gagamitin yung mga techniques. Pero pagdating sa exam, ask your proctor if they will allow you to do that. Alright? Okay, next. General tips. General tips. Okay, things to do, things to consider. Okay. Ano sabi dito? Always answer the identical information part first. Di ba? Ang dali kasi ng identical information. O doon pa lang meron ka na siguradong 10 points. So answer identical information part first. Next, try to get sure answers of at least half of the items. Now, kasi nga daw, bakit sinabi na ganito? Kasi nga daw yung mga nag-exam, no? Yung mga nag-exam, they answer the exam in ascending order. So from 1 to hanggang last na 120. So usually pagdating sa last part, konti na lang yung oras nila at madalas nag-chamba na sila. So what I can advise to you is to manage your time well. So try to get answer for this. Yun. So, yung mga sumasagot, the answer it is in ascending order. So, ang nagiging problem is pagdating nila sa dulo, madalas wala na silang oras. So, ang sinasagutan nila, si mga around half na lang of the choices at hindi pa sigurado yun. Okay, kaya sinasabi namin na pag nahirapan ka, try to get sure answers for at least half of the items. Take note, pag nahirapan ka lang naman. Kasi kung kaya mo yung 20, why not? Diba? Kung kaya mo ng 25, very good. At kung kaya mo yung 30 na perfect, di ba, mas maigi. Why settle for half? Gagamitin lang natin ito pagka yung hindi mo siya natapos and make sure that yung correct answer mo is merong at least 15. Okay, so that bring your face too close to the screen. The advisable distance daw ay 2 meters or two rulers, no? Hindi pala 2 meters, 2 feet or 2 rulers. Okay, so be sure to blink from time to time. So, now, pag nakaka-stress ka sa mata, pag katingin ka maghapon sa screen. So, if there's a need for you to close your eyes for 30 seconds to 1 minute, do it. Do that, guys, no? To rest our eyes. Okay, sige. Question. Question. Ano pong pwedeng tip para makita ka agad yung identical info? Since online po exam namin, baka ma-consume time. Kaka next page. Sa identical information, yun. Check natin yung mga dulo. Di ba yung ginawa natin? Check natin yung mga dulo. Tapos yung mga hindi pantay, that means it's either merong nabawas sa kanya or merong nadagdag. So check natin yung dulo. Mabilis lang yun, actually. So yun lang tulad ng ginawa natin kanina. Chinek natin yung mga dulo and based off from there, merong mga hindi pantay. So yung mga hindi pantay, malamang may dadagdag sa kanya or may nabawas. So pwede na natin siyang eliminate. Pero check mo muna kung meron nga ba talagang nagbago sa kanya. Alright? Okay. So questions pa, guys? I mean, paano po makakapunta sa page ng identity? Oh, mamaya pag-uusapan natin 'yan. Pag-uusapan natin 'yan kung paano mag-skip papunta sa number na gusto natin. So we'll talk about that later. Alright, so meron pang tanong? Guys, kung wala nang tanong, so let's have a quiz. May binigay sa inyong assignment, di ba? Meron bang hindi nakasagot nun? Hindi pa nasasagutan? Sige nga, raise your hand nga kung meron pang walang sagot. O lahat na ba nakasagot ng assignments? Meron, sige nga, check, raise lang ng hand. Madami pa, no? Sige, sige. Alright, sige ganito. Since madami pang hindi nakasagot at hindi rin tapos, sige. Sige, lower your hand na. Uh, yung quiz number 4, sige, I'll give you 20 minutes to answer that. Okay, yung mga tapos na, sige, you can take your break. So that means 20 minutes to answer quiz number 4 and then 15 minutes for your break. So total of 35 minutes. So sa mga nakasagot na noon, sige, you can take your 35-minute break. Ganun kahaba, no? Meron bang wala pang book? Ibigay ko ulit yung link or sa, ayun, para sa mga sasagot. Sige, answer that for 20 minutes, then you can take your break. 15 minutes, no? Yung break. So total is 35 minutes.